Hello, this is Raptor Haunches. I'm back with some more Ark Survival Evolved. There's a new, well, semi-new monster patch that was released for the Monster Hunter mod. It doesn't add really anything too new. It just adds a few variants. I'm looking at Barroth here. He is not new. However, the mod dev fixed him recently with this patch. He currently has a bite now, which was a big issue before. And I believe you can actually do it in the air now as well. Let's check him out here. Yeah. So you can do that in the air now. And he also has an improved projectile. So let me just show this off first and get him out of the way here. Oh, alright, so C is his roar now. His projectile is actually X. So Garuga was able to make him do the little vortex with his attack, and I believe he can do that in the air as well. Let's try that out. And yes, he can. So Barroth is not useless anymore. He still has his tail whip attack. I believe it is now, if I can get out of the trees here, is now the right click instead of the left click. So yeah, he's much more viable in combat now. Thank goodness, because I was really looking forward to Barroth, and not having a bite made him kind of useless. So moving on, I have Savage Deviljho here. I didn't mention Deviljho in my last video, and I felt kind of bad, since he was basically the first monster he added, or he and Rathalos and Rathian. But this is a savage version. He is not quite a subspecies, I don't think. It's just a underfed version of Deviljho, from what I understand. So he's kind of crazy. Basically everything that you fear of Deviljho, just amped up to the max. This version of Deviljho is very similar as far as attacks go. He has a lot of the same attacks. He can't dig. Oh, okay, and then this, the right click, he actually can pick up monsters and carry them away, whereas the original Deviljho in this, he could pin things. I'll test that out in a moment. C is his roar again. And then I think O is his roar, or not roar, yeah, breath attack. So yeah, he could do that. He could actually run with that as well. I think you can actually run with this with the original Deviljho again, or now, I mean. Yeah, let's go test out, and I'll press it again by accident. Let's go test out this grab move on this turtle here. So yeah, you can just pick up things and run away with them. It's kind of amusing. And then just eat, because that's all Deviljho does, is eat. Oh, I keep pressing O. There we go. He's much faster than the original. And just overall much scarier. In the game, I think he's introduced in, I want to say Portable 3rd, but maybe not until 3U. If you ever ran into Deviljho the traditional way, running into this thing is just terrifying. You wouldn't have thought that you can run into anything more terrifying than the regular Deviljho, but then Savage comes along and ruins your day. He's basically Super Saiyan Deviljho. And then so he added some more creatures to this mod here. These are the regular Rathian or Rathalos here. I just put them here for an example because the newest monsters added are variants of these two, and then there's one variant of, well, actually two variants of Lagiacrus, or Lagiacrus, however you want to say it. So here are the first ones here. You have Azure Rathalos and Pink Rathian, or Rathian, once again, however you prefer to say it. They are, from what I understand, these variants are pretty much the same as the originals, but they're a little bit bigger. I think their stats are slightly better. Let's check this out. From what I understand, they have the same moveset as the originals. I still have K-mode on here. Let's go. Alright. Yeah, as you can see, he is definitely bigger than the original Rathalos. But yeah, same attacks. I'll check out the stats here. So he has... There are stats here. Let's go ahead and check out regular Rathalos. Yeah, so the stats are a little bit different. I think as you go up in the chain, if I'm on the regular one again, they just get stronger by a little bit. Actually, no. Okay, maybe not. Maybe the stats were kept the same. Maybe Garuga just wanted to keep these relatively the same, just have another color palette to choose from. Which I'm okay with. I mean, I personally prefer Azure over regular. I just like the blue. And then you have Pink Rathian over here. Pink Rathian is a little bit different than the original, just because she has a burn effect on her bite. I think Gold Rathian has it as well. So when you bite something, you can actually catch them on fire, which is kind of useful. Otherwise, she's basically the same. Stats-wise, a little bit beefier HP than Rathalos. Let's take a look at her. I love Pink Rathian's eyes. I'm not a huge fan of pink, but the eyes are really, really nice. And he also added silver and gold. So silver Rathalos and gold Rathian. Silver doesn't really look like silver to me, but he still looks really cool. Oh, I just grabbed a rock instead of climbing on him here. Once again, stats the same. So yeah, nothing changed. He is, once again, I think even bigger than Azure. I'm just going to compare the Rathalos here because you get the idea with Rathian. Yeah, so they get bigger as you go. I believe you run into silver and gold last in the chain of Rathalos that you fight. Azure and Pink are the second set of Rathalos and Rathian that you will fight in the game. They all in the game have different attacks and different mannerisms in the game. The original Monster Hunter, I mean. Well, Monster Hunter. I actually don't remember which one Azure and Pink were introduced in. I think maybe Freedom, maybe even before that. But most will recognize them from 3U. That's actually where the textures are from. But the animations and models are from Tri. But I believe you run into Azure and Pink second, and then Silver and Gold last. And Pink Rathian, as well as Gold, I believe. You will remember Rathian's somersault, or backflip, rather. They only have the regular backflip in this, but in the Monster Hunter game, they actually have like a triple backflip, which is pretty devastating. And they're just overall more aggressive and mean and fun to fight. Now we'll check out Gold Rathian over here. Yep, Gold Rathian looks like Gold Rathian. This one actually has a sound bug right now. You can't hear her walk or run. But she also has the burning bite. Personally, I like Pink Rathian more than Gold, but I like regular Rathian more than both, just aesthetically. But they're the Rathians and Rathalos. Yeah, not much different, just variants. So if you have a color preference, now you can choose. And right over here, I have the next variant, which is of Lagiacrus, Ivory Lagiacrus. This one in the game was primarily fought on land and then would run away in water. I don't remember if you actually do fight this in water at any point, but mostly it's a land-dwelling Lagiacrus. I'm going to flip back and forth between calling him Lagiacrus and Lagiacrus because I hear both so often, so forgive me. This one, however, is actually a little bit different than the original Lagiacrus in this mod because he can actually do his electricity attack on land. From what I understand, this has kind of a weird hitbox, so you'll have to kind of get used to using it. I was kind of hoping he would have made this one a little bit faster on land since He's a land-dwelling Lagiacrus, but it's okay. Let's try it out. Yeah, as you can see, it's kind of a weird hitbox. I'll try to get closer. Also, I need to just change the time of day. It's getting dark. I might probably just have to be right up in this thing. Oh no, maybe I am hitting it. Well, that hit it for sure. So he has his regular projectile as well. And it does the paralysis effect just like the other Lagiacrus. Stats, I think, are basically the same. Here, let me change the time of day here. Oop. There we go. Alright, so this is Ivory Lagiacrus. He can swim too. He's about the same speed as regular in the water, and he can also do this. He doesn't have the super charge. He gave that up for the land charge. So this version of Lagiacrus only has the projectile and then just this. Let me try hitting the trike with it real quick. Yeah, it's a really weird hitbox. Hopefully, at some point he kind of messes with that to make it a little bit more forgiving. I remember when he was doing this in the dev kit, I was watching his stream. It was just giving him a lot of trouble, so give it time. He'll probably fix it. Alright, so we have Abyssal Lagiacrus over here. This and Savage Joe were actually added before these variants, but I just never got around to doing them. But Abyssal is a much larger and more intimidating version of all of the Lagiacruses. Lagiacrus, I don't know how you say that plural, but here he is in all his glory. He has also the projectile, and he also just has the 2 attacks, but they're just amazing. I love the effect he chose on this particular one. The texture looks great too. I liked his version when he released the pre-release of the Abyssal Lagiacrus before he actually had access to the Monster Hunter U 3U textures. I liked what he did with them, but it looks so good with the original texture as well. Also, he added a turn animation for this one, so he looks a little bit more smooth in the water. I guess that's to make up for the fact that this one actually cannot go on land. I don't even think he can jump out of the water. Yeah, this is only a water-dwelling monster, but he's a very powerful water-dwelling monster. He has decent stats. I don't think he's quite comparable to Savage Joe, but he's still pretty amazing. And he just looks really cool. This is probably my favorite Lagiacrus out of all of them. I love the black with the blue. It's a really cool creature. I'm glad he was able to add it. Even if he couldn't add the actual animations from 3U, he did a really good job with this one. So let me get out of here. And I have one more monster to show you guys, though I need to turn the sound off. I've been hearing mixed opinions on what happened here. I don't know why my Rathalos are freaked out, and all Rathians are all up inside each other here. Okay. I've heard mixed opinions on if the music attached to this particular monster is copyright or not. I'm not going to take any chances. I'm just going to turn the sound off. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. This monster, let me find it real quick. Nope, I don't have it here. Oh, let's not do that. Oops. Trying to type around my mic here. is kind of difficult here. Nope, that's wrong too. There we go. So when you summon this thing, you want to summon it tamed because this thing is a beast. As you see, there's a warning. This thing is called Unknown. It was from Monster Hunter Frontier, I believe. And I can't have the sound for this one, but trust me, it sounds amazing. Let's go ahead and put it in K mode so you can get a close look at its face. It kind of looks like a Rathian. It is not a subspecies of Rathian. From what the lore says, it's just a crazy wyvern that is godly and has really cool attacks. Yeah, he custom animated, I believe that, and he did a really good job with it. This thing does so much damage. I don't actually have the stats up, but it can basically one-shot almost anything in vanilla. From what I understand, it can like two-shot gigas. And then you have it's kind of like the 3 Fireball from Rathian, but just faster and way more devastating, and pink. And I think those are the only attacks it can do on the ground. It has the Rathian backflip attack. Also has a projectile in the air, which is kind of cool. Kind of hard to aim. But as you can see, it's pretty strong. Doesn't one-shot, it looks like, but it is very, very strong. Let's go ahead and kill this dinosaur here. Just with a standard bite, it is going down pretty fast. So yeah, you want to summon this thing tamed or you will get destroyed by it. It's extremely aggressive and just overall OP. It does have another form that, oh, on that note, O does a taunt. If you type in a password while doing the taunt, apparently there is a, well, not apparently, there is another form, but the mod developer made that form specifically for himself, so the password is not going to be public. You may see this thing transform occasionally just on the server that the developer's on because it's probably him playing. Don't try to go get the password. It's not worth it. He could easily just change it, and there's a lot of people going after this password. He doesn't really want to share it. It's just his own special thing for himself. But you might see it on his server. Go on to the RWBY, I believe is the name of the server. It's on the Monster Hunter Discord. You could just go onto one of their servers and he might be on, and then he might show you the form. It's amazing. It's worth checking out. He might have a clip on the Discord as well showing off the form. It's really cool, but don't try to find the password. If he wants to release it, he'll release it. Anyway, those are the monsters that were most recently added. Abyssal's freaking out over there. It's probably just some tiny thing, actually. Maybe a Megalodon. But regardless, it's freaking out. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you would like to see more Monster Hunter stuff or just ARC stuff, hit the like button, please. And I hope you have a good day.